And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Panthers 27, Falcons nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play call.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Wentz now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, That was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. It's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone.
and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Mike 54. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Throwing again, Ryan. Toward the pylon, caught. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. On play action, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And an alley to run. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Hey, 59, ready.
From the gun, Ryan. It's complete to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the gun, Ryan. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. 20.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Letting one go deep for the end zone, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
First down, Carolina.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Great 15.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Let's get it together.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A first down carry for Barkley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here we go. Hey, express. Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5. You go night. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
He's back to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
59, ready. 280. No check.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, Tuesday.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hey, Tuesday. Mike 59. Ricky. Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Panthers, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if